Get to work, robot. All right, guys, good morning. Welcome back to another episode. And today we're going to be wrapping the FC. So I got Isaiah coming over. He's gonna give me an extra set of hands. You can do it yourself, but it's easier with another set of hands. So hopefully it goes smooth. I'm a little nervous because there's like one area that I'm like worried about whether or not I'm gonna be able to wrap. And that's this back corner right here. I'm worried that, I don't know, because I'm gonna have to do a piece because I only have 5 foot wide, right? So my plan is to basically make a seam right here and go 5 feet this way with a piece and 5 feet that way with a piece. And hopefully I can make that all kind of line up, because basically you'd end up with a seam right here, right there, very small, and then over here on the roof, one there, and so to minimize that, it's not gonna come all the way down to here. We're gonna have to wipe it down a little bit. It's still got a little bit of dirt, dust, and stuff on it. But anyways, it's only gonna come down to like, I think like right here, but the side skirt's gonna cover it, and then I can even take another piece and put it in there, because I'd like it to look good even with the body kit off of it. So just in case like it rips off or something like that. So anyways, so that's about the only area right now that's really concerning me, just because of the curvature and everything right there. Being able to get the vinyl without wrinkling this bend and this bend. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. The doors, I'm pretty confident I can do the mirrors. So we'll take the bumpers to a professional and have them do it, because I've tried to wrap bumpers before and I didn't have much luck. Just know your limitations, I guess, and just have somebody else do it. But I'll save a ton of money trying to do the rest of this by myself. Fingers crossed we get it done. But first, I gotta kind of clean up, make some workspace real quick, so we have ample room to cut the vinyl and work, because you don't want to work off the ground, because the ground has a lot of dirt and stuff like that. I'm gonna let old Ronald, the retarded vacuum, go ahead and clean up the floor a little bit. It's the first time I've ever done this, but he's an idiot. He always gets stuck in stupid spots. They should make one of these for like shop use. Maybe a little bit more industrial would be cool. You can clean all your bolts and nuts and washers out of there that you miss. Anyways, but we'll turn it on and get cleaning. Get to work, robot. All right, so the next thing I need to do is do a pre-wipe down on the car. I gotta introduce you, bro. I gotta say, I already. All right, Isaiah showed up. He's gonna help us wrap the car. You guys have probably seen him in a bunch of videos. If you've watched a lot of the driving videos, he has the red Miata that I drift with a lot. So yeah, he's gonna help me start tearing some of this stuff off the car so we can get to wrapping, continue on. So we're gonna go to the side of the car. How far are we going? Could overhang a little bit more. There we go. This is hanging over the front end. Cut the back up. That's small.
I'm thinking about putting a lift in my garage. Like the 9-foot ones. Yeah. Where you lift it up just enough to get underneath it. No, you know thoughts. He goes in random spots and then you're actually like, oh, maybe.
I'll definitely
You rent a spot or something, or bar, you know, good spot you can rent.
that have like my wife out there.
Oh yeah?
Alright, there. All this. It's not coming in. Roll this back up.
When we get to a certain point, just hand me the extra peel and I'll put that as well, so you can do that. Open the door in front, underneath it. I'm gonna hang over and see what you're doing.
This is gonna be, this I feel is gonna be a pain in the butt. So you have that issue as well.
Just one will go away, right?
Yeah. Ian, say hi to the people. Hi. All right, so we got this part of the car done. Came out pretty good. It's a hell of a lot easier with a second set of hands. So it came out like way better than I expected it. This thing's gonna look crazy when it's done. So
I hope so.
we're gonna start working on the other side and get it done because it's very time consuming, but. So it came out pretty good. We got the door done. We got a lot of the bubbles out. There's still, I mean, obviously some imperfection because I didn't work too hard on like prepping the door and stuff like that because I figured anyways it's gonna get scuffed up and tire marks or dents and stuff like that. So there's really no point in getting too crazy with the door. But overall, it looks so blue on camera, but in person, it does not look blue whatsoever. It looks teal.
It's got more green in it, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be something. Like I pulled out my iPhone and it was still blue. So it's got to be like camera settings or something. And that would explain why, like, I don't know. All the pictures I saw of this was blue online. And I was like, oh, it's probably just exactly the same reason. But we had a little bit of a challenge on this one. But we prevailed. Kind of had to shimmy it around and get it to lay down correctly. I was sweating it pretty bad there for a second. I thought we were in trouble, but we figured it out and got it on there. But man, I am stoked. What do you think, Isaiah?
The dress is blue.
The dress is blue.
No,
Yeah.
It looks good. It doesn't look like in person, like I was saying, like you're saying. It looks freaking. It's
Yeah.
sweet. It's got a little green to it, popping.
Yeah.
It looks nice and shiny. And then when you hit that, the light, the pearlescent or
The
the
metallic
flake,
Yeah.
oh whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks
Let's see if I can get that on camera.
Looks beautiful.
No, it just looks. Yeah, it's this camera though too. I think because like when my roll cage was green or teal, it looked really blue in some of the videos. So maybe I'll tune it and it might come out looking, but man, I'm pretty pumped. This thing's gonna look good this season.
I gotta start my game.
All right, so I have a few more things to wrap on the car. We finished up, we did the mirrors last night. Came out pretty good. I've never wrapped mirrors before, but I'm pretty happy with the way that came out. So there's just like a couple flaws on the backside. Not like too worried about it. We had to do it in 2 pieces. The door handles, we did those. It came out pretty good. We had to do those in 2 pieces as well, or actually 3. So we had to do a piece here, a piece that goes behind it, and then this piece as well. So that turned out pretty good. You can see back here the light. You can see the metallic flake in it. It came out pretty good. It's definitely more of a green color than anything else. But what we have, I've talked about this a few times. We got our KBD kit. So it's all in there. It's polyurethane. If you're unfamiliar with KBDs, they make pretty resilient kits. It's all, I think, like a polyurethane or something like that. So it's all like coiled up in there. So we're going to unbox it and put it out in the sun like the directions say, and let it kind of just take its form again. What's up, Bo? Inspecting the kit? Yeah, we'll do like a little time lapse of it like unfolding. I'm curious how this is going to look. All right, so this is pretty cool. You can see right here that this is your bumper. It's all crinkled up. I'm going to pull it out of the box. This is the front bumper. And you basically set it down and like this. Let the sun just kind of heat it up. Got right here the rear bumper. And then the side skirties. Okay. Alright, so what it basically says to do is kind of just put it out in the sun for 15 to 20 minutes and let it kind of unfold. All right, so that was pretty uneventful. I thought it was gonna like kind of take a better shape. It didn't really do what I thought it was gonna do, so it was embarrassing. Anyways, we kind of wrapped it up yesterday, and today I'm gonna be putting on some of the body kit, like probably the side skirts, because those actually kind of formed. So I can kind of show you guys what we're working with. This is the only place that's got like a little bulge, but so we're gonna probably, I think it's a good test fit. We got the old fenders on there for now. I mean, I gotta do a better job of explaining what the hell's going on. Anyways, so what I need to do now is drill some holes, put some rim nuts in, and get this fitted. So let's dive into that and get that knocked out, and we'll do the other side as well. Want to I was cutting the other side. I kind of figured out the pattern in which I want to kind of cut the fender and still kind of keep some structural rigidity. So the plan is to cut basically up to here, right there, all the way across here, come down here, and then cut back this way. That'll essentially give us the clearance we need for the vent over there in this area here. Also, the actual arches in the fender, and we need to have a little bit of room because eventually this is going to come out, and we don't want the fender actually making contact with the tire. So we got a plan for that in the future. Right now it's not a big deal, but we might as well cut it while we're here. So that's pretty much going to be the pattern, and then we have to cut this edge off here, and same with the top side and the back side, and then like a portion of the bottom, so like right about there is where we'll cut this, so that way it kind of bolts on like an over fender. I know there's a lot of information, and this video is probably getting really long because we're doing a lot of body stuff. Alright guys, so I finally finished up wrapping the FC in the nick of time because we're heading out to our first event in a couple hours, and I'm pretty excited to show you guys how this thing turned out, because it turned out amazing. I'm really surprised. I didn't think it would turn out this good at all. So with no further ado, here it is. Boom. So super pumped on the way this thing came out. I'm really impressed with the fact that we could actually do it as good as we did it, with the help of Isaiah. We were originally going to have somebody come, or I was going to drop the bumper off it, and have it professionally wrapped. Well, it wasn't in the budget, so I just decided to bite the bullet and just try it myself. And with Isaiah's help, it came out really good. So pretty stoked on the way it looks, man. This thing is, I wish I could get the color right on the camera, man. It is, I don't know, it just like is amazing. This is a 3M wrap, atomic teal, so it's really not blue whatsoever, and there's like a bunch of metallic flake in there. You guys can hopefully see, I don't know. Anyways, another thing, we were originally going to have somebody come in, put a brand new windshield in it. Couldn't source anything locally. They kept rescheduling on me and stuff like that, so I ended up just going out to my spare chassis, pulling the windshield out of it. I've never pulled a window out without cracking it. Got pretty lucky there. Put this one in, saved me a little bit of money in the long run, so stoked on that. But man, I'm super pleased with the way this came out. It's not perfect, but it came out really, really good. All right guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. I got to get this thing loaded up and head to Oregon today for our first event of the season. So this is gonna be our last off-season prep episode. So the off-season is officially over, and we are going to get back into drifting. So super pumped for that. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.